Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May Allah bless you and your family always. My name is Farid Wajdi bin Saidi and my metric number 2020-968-929.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nazmi bin Kamruzaman. My metric number is 2020-975263. Now I will explain about the background of the study of our research. Work from home can provide numerous benefits to both company and employees, including reduced real estate costs, increased productivity, reduced absenteeism, labor relation flexibility, improved customer service, flexibility, and cost saving associated with the commuting, among other things. Beyond that, the primary reason for cited for potential growth of communicating in many developed countries include flexibility, lower office overheads, lower energy consumption, increased worker productivity, improved recruitment opportunities, particularly for female employees, reduction in travel fatigue, travel time, travel costs, parking fees, saving in gasoline, and promotion of opportunities for advancement. Higher education institutions have not been allowed to reopen as of today, despite the fact of the Malaysian government has relaxed the MCO by allowing many economic sections to resume operation on May 4th, resulting in a negative consequences as a result of an unprecedented long period of closure. Continuing to work from home while maintaining the same level of output or efficiency as before the pandemic could result in decrease in productivity and a threat to economic growth for many years to come. Next is the problem statement. The fact that the country in the last position in terms of the development of communication technology, the evolution of technology has allowed users to do more than they ever did before. This is evident by the increasing of number of people who use the internet to perform various activities. Working from home is also a problem for Malaysians because working culture and working behavior is not ready for virtual working. There is no doubt that there are many workers in Malaysia who are still not skilled in using the technology that they need to use while working at home. The way to communicate between colleagues when working in the office and at home is very different. We cannot get away from the fact that when working from home, there are many distractions and the employee need to face, such as sound distraction that can interfere with our video conversation with our employers, children, and also a student. Entertainment that can distract our focus and house chores. We must admit that working from home, especially students, is different from working from universities and can affect the effectiveness of working and studying. For the research question, the first is, are there any relationship between the home environment and the effectiveness of work from home? And secondly, how level of trust and effectiveness of work from home are much related? And the third, what is the relationship between the level of stress and effectiveness of work from home? For research objectives, the first is to study the environment distraction that affect the effectiveness of work from home. Secondly, is to determine the relationship between level of trust and effectiveness of work from home. The third is to study the level of stress and to achieve the effectiveness of work from home. The conceptual framework is a technique that has been used before. This makes an analytical conceptual framework. It is used to make a conceptual distinction and bring various ideas together. The main objective of this brain study is to identify the effectiveness of work from home among employees by the perception of the student in the university. For hypothesis development, the main objective of this study is to examine some selected factors that may influence effectiveness of work from home among the employee by the perception of the student. The hypothesis develop a relationship between home environment, level of trust, level of stress, and effectiveness of work from home among the employee by the perception of student. To prove it, the numbering below shows the hypothesis developed from the hypothesis development.
Assalamualaikum, Madam and Sir. May Allah bless you and your family always. My name is Muhammad Farid Wajdi bin Saidi. Today I will explain about research methodologies. For the research design, in this analysis, a cross-sectional design is utilized to fulfill the research aim, utilizing a quantitative technique. A questionnaire is used to gather data that will satisfy all study objectives at the same time. Moreover, the primary survey questionnaire serves as the foundation for the quantitative research approach used in this study. Next, for the unit level of analysis, the degree of aggregation that is the topic of the research highlighted during the succeeding stage of the data analysis is referred to as unit asset analysis. A study of University Teknologi Seremban 3 students perception of the efficiency of work from home is the topic that going to be investigated in this study. As a result, data will be gathered from each student who will serve as an individual source. Individual units are made up of all UiTM Seremban 3 students. For the sample size, it is critical to have a sufficient sample size in this research actually, since it can establish if the data is accurate or wrong. It is critical to choose acceptable respondent for this research on the perspective of the efficiency of working from home by students at University Teknologi Seremban 3. In order to acquire significant result, we decide to choose 170 students from UiTM Seremban 3 that will be respondent for this study. Students will be asked to complete questionnaire that will be delivered to them. Next, for the sampling technique, we are using the non-probability sampling technique. For the data measurement, we are using 5-point Likert scale. This is because respondent will be asked to complete a series of questions that will be used to gather information for the research. These questionnaires are used as a research tools to collect information from respondents, which was then been analyzed. For the data collection, for the primary data collection, we are using a questionnaire that has been given to the students, and for the secondary, we are using a journal article is for the research objective finding. Next, for the data analysis, the SPSS version 26 will be used to handle and analyze the data in this study. The purpose of this data is to evaluate the investigation aim and hypothesis. This research will use descriptive statistics, Pearson correlation, and multiple regression to analyze the data. Next, I will explain about the demographic data. We can see that in the demographic data, there were 8 questions that has been given to the student to be answered in the questionnaire. And the question is about the gender, the faculty, the current academic, the undertaking of the program, type of the gadget that has been used by the students for the work from home, and the number of gadget owned, and the time spending on the work from home. So this demographic data is being used by us for our research finding. We can see that there were 170 responding, which is come from 3 faculty in UiTM Seremban 3, and luckily there were no missing data in our research finding. Next, the main finding for this research is the first objective is to examine the relationship between the home environment and the efficiency of work from home, and the result is R is 0.471 and P is 0.00. The hypothesis for this objective is there is a significant relationship between home environment with the level of efficiency on work from home. Second objective is to examine the relationship between the level of trust and the worker and the efficiency of work from home, and the result is R 0.638 and P is 0.00. Hypothesis for this objective is there is a significant relationship between level of trust with the level of efficiency on work from home. And the last objective is to examine the relationship between the level of stress of the worker and the efficiency of work from home. The result is R is 0.675, P is 0.000. There is a significant relationship between a stress level of the level efficiency on work from home.
There are 3 research recommendations, which are, the first one is creative routines. Having a schedule and routine for everyone in the family, including children, is critical for students who live alone or with others. Establishing a routine is the most important step in achieving success. Not all flexibility equals a total loss of routine. Organization and productivity are impossible without a set schedule. To keep your circadian rhythm in check, try waking up and going to bed at the same time every day. The second is be organized. Organization is essential to productivity and efficient time management. Keep a list of things you need to accomplish and update it every day. You can make a to list, one of things you need to get done today and another things you need to get done later in the week. Strike to anything you've completed on the list. The third is, if you want to maintain a healthy lifestyle, it's important to maintain a good balance in all areas of your life, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. To make time for the important things in life, you need to establish a routine, organize your time, and be productive. Research limitation and future suggestion. The first is lack of sample. COVID-19 pandemic has stifled researchers' ability to conduct surveys because of movement control order. Additionally, researchers must adapt their approach to the responder in terms of their research, question, and their methodology. The second is quantity study. Quantitative methods were employed in this study, and the data gathering procedure were kept simple. Data was gathered from various sources and examined data are being measured in quantitative investigation. Quantitative research method that involve more specific questions in the questionnaire design can yield smaller results as well.